The wind foam. Once upon a time, in a small town, a baby named Kaze was born, bringing joy to a happy family. Kaze's dad, Julian, was an artist who sold his paintings on the streets to make a living. But the money he earned wasn't enough, especially after the global financial crisis hit the next year. Nobody would buy his paintings anymore. He only has a few cents left. He could only afford a few pieces of bread, and this caused cracks in the family's happiness. Eventually, after a big argument, his wife left and the family fell apart. To support Kaze on his own, Julian had to give up painting and work day and night. The only thing that kept him going was the time he spent drawing with Kaze on the meadow on weekends. Years passed, Kaze grew up and Julian grew old. Kaze loved painting and wanted to make it his profession to fulfill his father's dream. But Julian knew there was no future as an artist in their small town. He tried to stop Kaze, even leading to arguments at the dinner table. Kaze ended up moving out of the home he had lived in for 20 years. Both of them were stubborn, and years went by without any contact between them. One day, Julian walked in the meadow, reminiscing about the good old days with Kaze. He missed painting, which was their shared language. He missed his son and the time they spent painting together. So, he decided to revisit those memories with his son. Suddenly, a huge earthquake struck the town out of nowhere. The buildings collapsed and the road split. The people screamed as towering waves approached. Everyone fled to higher ground, and Julian was no exception. After the earthquake settled, Julian couldn't believe his eyes. Their town, where he had lived for nearly 50 years, was in ruins. Frantically searching for his son's place, all he found was rubble and a design sketch of a phone booth drawn by Kaze. It turned out Kaze had wanted to talk to his father for years, so he came up with this plan. Julian felt a deep sorrow but made up his mind to fulfill Kaze's idea. The next year, as the town began to rebuild, the phone booth was finally completed, placed on the meadow where they used to paint together. Julian entered the booth, cut the phone line, picked up the receiver, knowing he couldn't communicate with Kaze through the line. But he believed the wind would carry his words to a farther place.